So hello, is it the first time you had Reboot?
Yeah.
It's my second time.
Second time?
My first time.
First time?
Yep.
So you actually both had some speeches today, some topics.
Yeah, Tom had a big one, I had a little one. I participated today in the micro presentations, I call it kind of an experiment, where there were 6 of us that hopped up and had 5 minutes to do 20 slides, I think. So mine was kind of like a 5-minute version of what's actually a 40-minute talk that I'll be doing tomorrow.
Yeah?
It was very exhilarating.
20 seconds for each slide?
20 seconds for each slide.
Sometimes
the time went very fast, and other times when you run out of things to say, it actually kind of went quite slowly. But
did you rehearse?
Not really.
Not really?
Not really, no. Well, because I was spending time preparing for my longer talk, and I only found out just a few days ago that I was going to be doing the micro presentation. So I really was kind of focusing on my long talk, and then pulled some slides out of that and thought, okay, I think I know what I'm going to say, and then hopped up there and hoped that the words would come out.
So you choose the 21, you send them, and they make the thing where it counts down.
They do the countdown thing.
They do the
so
animation.
No flexibility at all. Once 20 seconds is up, your slide is gone, and you're on to the next one.
No,
Did you see that show?
It was straight after my session. I was just exhausted, and I was hanging out on the lawn with a drink.
Where were you doing your session?
I was up in the box on the top floor at 3. I was talking about manners.
About manners?
Yeah, manners and behaviour, and sort of how you can apply sort of the rules of interaction that govern sort of conversations like this one and the ones we all have to the way we interact with software and hardware and digital things, which is a big theme here.
Is something to do with rules or ethics or?
Well, it's very little to do with rules because it's actually the precise opposite. You know, the whole point of manners is they help you deal in a structured way with unfamiliar situations, and so it's almost a sort of you pick it up as you go along, you work it out on the fly, which is actually very hard to do in sort of software. So how do you make software that looks like it's well-mannered even if it's just a set of rules, that kind of thing. Right. It seemed to go down quite well, so...
It was a really excellent talk, I enjoyed it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you went to his talk just before just to warm up?
I had to sneak out right at the end to go to mine, but I'm glad that I went to Tom's talk. I thought it was really great.
I'm glad you liked it.
Okay, I disagreed with one bit, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh, I'd like to. I've met lots of people who said it was really good, but I disagreed with one bit. I go, tell me.
Yeah.
I was really worried you were going to hate it.
No, I liked it very much.
Cool.
So just this one thing, but...
Alright. So what is your specialty?
My speciality, I am a user experience designer, so that's kind of why I'm interested in what Tom's talking about, because my speciality is in doing research and design work to try and make technology work as efficiently and pleasurably for people as it can.
All right, you were talking about that in your neighborhood, you know everybody.
Yeah.
And that's the problem?
Well,
what is that?
It's a really different experience. I'm kind of, for a long time, I've lived in neighborhoods or even sort of apartments where I wouldn't know who was living next door, and I wouldn't know anybody, maybe 1 or 2 people on my street. Where I live, I've just moved maybe 6 or 8 weeks ago, and I've come to my realization that everybody on my street knows each other really well. I probably shouldn't say where. Yeah, so we all walk down to the train together in the morning and walk back up in the evening.
It's the same people every day.
We've moved house, and they go, oh, so you're living like these people's old house? And yes, and they go, oh, I really like your bedroom. And it's like, what?
Okay, we're not that familiar up front.
So they know what time I catch the train, they know what time I come home, they drop by. It's really unusual in like a big city like London to live in this environment where everybody knows each other and they have barbecues and there's like a residence group, and it's really kind of brought into contrast the difference between the way that this used to be really common for everybody all the time and how it's not now. And for me, it's really interesting in how it contrasts to the way that we relate to each other online.
So you were saying that maybe it's better to just sit at home and chat online instead of talking with all the neighbors? Or
no,
that's not what you were saying.
I don't think it's better. I think it's easier.
Easier.
I guess the thing is, when I think about, at home, now that I have neighbours that drop around and kind of chat all of the time.
Hard to throw people out.
Well, but I have to keep my house tidy all the time now. I can't just do the tidying up because I know that people are coming over. These people could drop around all the time, so I've got to look respectable and all the presenting myself and my life, it kind of has become a lot more full-time now.
I'm so not a grown-up yet. It's great.
Well, I wasn't until I moved into this neighbourhood. Now I kind of have to be. But yeah, but online, of course, I can kind of edit. I can give you edited highlights. So I'll only take photos of my house and put them on Flickr when my house is really tidy. Right. So I have a different kind of level of control.
And yeah, you have a level of control over when people interact with you. It's much easier to say I'm busy. When someone's on your doorstep and you're clearly not busy, it's very hard to throw people out.
Exactly.
Or say, oh, you can't come around now.
But it kind of challenges my idea of who I am, because like I can post all these nice clean photos of my house onto Flickr. I go, oh, look at I'm so into my house and everything like that. And then my neighbour comes around on a Saturday morning after I've been at work all week and the house is, you know, a little bit disorganised, and he looks through my window and sees my house and he goes, oh, that girl is a sloven. And I go, no, but I'm not. But
it's Saturday morning, give me a break.
Exactly. Whereas online I can control it, because I can Twitter things that I want to Twitter, and I blog about things that I want to blog about, and I put on Flickr the good photos, not the bad ones, and except for Last FM, you know, which screws me over because it shows you what I'm actually listening to.
My Last FM is so broken.
Mine's so embarrassing.
Like Last FM?
I love it, but it shows what I actually listen to, which means...
You don't actually really want to know that.
Well, it's just, I went through a phase, I just listened to a lot of music, and actually balancing out my chart to reflect how I really look, it's going to take ages. I'm going to have to listen to a lot of good music when I'm asleep.
So do you think it's a good idea, the reboot?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Love Reboot.
Yeah, I love it. I loved it last year. I came and spoke last year, and it was such a good time. I booked a ticket as soon as I could this year. It was really
Alright, and people, they seem a little bit funny? Or not?
Lovely. It's really
cool.
chilled out.
Yeah?
It's like, so we've both been to like British and American conferences fairly recently, and like it's a very different feel. I really like the European feel of it.
Where did you go in America?
I went to South by Southwest and also to the Information Architecture Summit, which was something a little bit different. Well, not different for me, but different to what most people here would go to.
In South by Southwest, there's a lot of video bloggers. Is that same event or is another event?
Well, there's three. There's kind of three main parts to South by Southwest. There's interactive, music, and film. So you can kind of go to one or a combination of those ones. I was there for the video. No, not for the interactive.
For the interactive.
I need to go to sleep.
Right.
I was there for the interactive.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So not so much. Well, a bit of video blogging, but not heaps.
Right. Cool. And you in America?
Last year I went to eTech and I went to and. Yeah, they're a bit different. The London one was quite good because it was a European conference, but it was in London, so it's like halfway house between the Americans, and like there were a lot of Danes, a lot of Germans over there, and it was quite good. This year it's going to be in Germany and it's run by O'Reilly, and I just think it's going to be a bit bigger and more corporate, mainly because like the world it's catering to has grown up a bit. But yeah, it's very informal. It always feels very artistic, and not in the sense everyone's talking about art and design, but everyone's got this real sort of open, humanities-oriented approach to things. It just makes a change, you know. It's really nice.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.